This 26 Sports and CCTV high school football presentation is brought to you by Cadillac Casting Incorporated.
All right, everybody. Final regular season game has ended for both Traverse City Central and the Cadillac Viking football teams. TC Central comes away with a 41-7 victory here on a rainy and windswept Cadillac high school football field, Veterans Memorial Stadium. Jason, why don't you wrap down some of the scorings, how some things went here tonight?
Well, first of all, it was a first half of fumbles, and Traverse City turned those pretty much all into touchdowns. They started their scoring off with number 7, Sam Schmidt. He had a 20-yard run. The extra point was blocked by number 42 for Cadillac, so that made it 6-0. Number 2 for Traverse City, Schwaneke, had a 15-yard run and then threw a pass to make the 2-point conversion good. After Traverse City got a couple penalties on the extra point, they ended up going for 2 to make it 14-0.
You know, and at that point, Jason, if I can interrupt it, it was a very even game at that point. Traverse City had a few penalties that stopped them. The Vikings moved the ball down the field, but the turnovers hurt them.
You know, in Cadillac, actually, they moved it down and got deep into
on several occasions
Traverse City territory, and then they either fumbled or had a couple penalties that killed their drive. And it's tough when there's a sudden change like that. Cadillac kind of took a breath, and it was too much, and Traverse City ended up scoring. Their third touchdown was a run by, I believe it was Trey Searles, and he had a, I believe, actually, I'm sorry, it was a pass. Number 3 caught the 23-yard pass to make it 21-0. And there were 48 seconds left in the half at that point. Cadillac came down, and the first play on that drive, they fumbled. And about 32 seconds later, Schwaneke ran it in on a 1-yard run after a long pass. So that was about all for the first half, and Traverse City took a 27-0 lead into halftime.
Yeah, 5 Viking fumbles in that first half.
5 fumbles, and then coming out in the second half, Traverse City got the ball, and they kicked it in the end zone, kind of pinned him deep at the 20, and then the first play they ran kind of a seam route right up the middle, and Schwaneke found him, and he went 80 yards for a touchdown, and that really was the one that took the wind out of the sails. They went for 2, and it was 35-0, 13 seconds into the second half.
And then on the next play for the Vikings, I think it was maybe a play or two later, the interception.
All in all tonight, Cadillac, they had 7 turnovers, 1 interception and 6 fumbles. And that wasn't all for Traverse City. They came back and they had a 5-yard run by number 32, who was Josh Gleesman, a senior. And that put the Trojans up 41-0. The extra point was not good. It was wide left. Cadillac did come back and score on a 3-yard run by Julian Lamont. He had actually a couple fumbles on the drive that
recovered
Cadillac,
him himself.
Yeah, that Cadillac recovered. And fortunately for them, they got down to the 3-yard line, and he punched it in. Libby Lloyd kicked the extra point in. It was a great kick.
I think I called her Emma. That would have been her sister.
Yeah.
As they've handed off the kicking duties. Emma last year graduating.
Yep. So Libby put it through the upright. She had a lot of pressure on that too. So good for her to come off the bench cold and knock it through. All in all, Cadillac drops the season finale tonight to Traverse City Central 41-0. We did just hear that Petoskey
lost to West.
And so Traverse City West, I'm not sure totally what their record is, but they'll probably end up winning.
Yeah, they're the Big North champs. Yep.
Anyways, it was a rough night for the Vikings tonight in the fumble and penalty department, and those are hard things to overcome in high school football. And usually the team with if you win the turnover battle and you win the game, and that was definitely the case tonight.
So the Trojans will end the year 7-2 and head into playoff action next week. High school playoffs are announced Sunday afternoon. Where games are might be a little day or two later, but who you're playing, your opponents are announced at that time. Cadillac Vikings end their season tonight as they do not qualify for the playoffs. I know Jason and I, we've worked a lot together throughout the year and over the years. I appreciate you coming in and doing this. I definitely enjoy working with you, and
It's
thanks
fun.
for doing that.
We could get Mr. Dooley out of here. We'd have more fun anyway.
We want to make sure we thank our sponsors one final time, and our crew outside.
Our presenting sponsor tonight is Cadillac Castings.
Yep.
We also have Fox Motors of Cadillac, Cadillac Tire, LC Materials, Doug Glass, and a couple from Traverse City, Cherryland Electric Cooperative, Just Trucks and Cherry Capital RV, and finally our very own Pizza Plus, who does a great job with the food.
And our camera operators out there in the rain and the wind tonight, Bryce Emery, Damian Brooks, and Cameron Maitland. Thanks for all you went through out there to bring us this broadcast. And back in the truck, Wyatt Van Dynen and Gabby Long. Once again, I just want to say thank you to everybody. Hope you've enjoyed our broadcast here on 26 Sports and CCTV. And hopefully we'll be able to get a few playoff games in the area here for everybody's entertainment and enjoyment.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.